Hi guys, this is Joe Kelly from Don't Act Just Be, owner of To Be or Not to Act. I am doing this Facebook Live from Puerto Rico. This is a last minute little, look at this. Look at this view. Oh, you can't see anything, right? Well, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So today, I wanted to do this completely surprising Facebook Live because I've been in Puerto Rico for now 2 weeks, and I had planned, what was the topic for today? If you compared yourself to other actors, which is, interesting topic to talk about. But I thought, I've been here for 2 weeks now. I've been, exposed to a couple of experiences, and I really want to draw some stuff from that. And I want to do it here. So I know it's completely unplanned and messy and all that, but I like the mess. I think a lot comes out of mess. So this is what we're going to do today. We are going to talk about, if you want to be a happy actor, look for trouble. So how did being in Puerto Rico for 2 weeks and this topic come together? How are they even related? Well, let's first dissect a little bit the topic, right? So if you want to be a happy actor, what's a happy actor? Well, one might think, well, a happy actor means I'm booking, I have a big, community of industry around me, and I'm having cool projects, and I'm making a lot of money, and I'm successful, and I'm good at what I do, and yeah, that could be one way to see you being a happy actor. The kind of happy actor that I'm talking about would be that you're an open actor, that you're a truthful actor, that you're therefore an impactful actor. And if those three things are met, meaning you're an open instrument and you're truthful and you're impacting your audience, you're doing the three things you're meant to be doing that are your responsibility, then you are a fulfilled actor. So that's the first concept, dissected fast, I admit. All right, what's our second concept? I'm saying if you want to be a happy actor, you need to look for trouble. So what's trouble? Is it, the rejection that we've already talked about that I say doesn't exist, the failure that I think maybe not in this group, but in the purpose group we talk about a lot, that doesn't exist either. Is it the bitterness, the frustration, the blocks that you come through? I think it doesn't really matter because those things are made up by us anyway. It's just like an experience that we have of something, and then we make it mean something bigger that we can analyze and discuss and find support groups about. What I want to massage and move with you guys today, I'm not sure many of you are there because I completely changed the timing because I'm ahead of time in Puerto Rico. I see Selena is there. Hi, Selena. What I want to move forward here as a topic with you guys is that if it's all clear and easy, then it cannot be open, truthful, impactful, and fulfilling. It just cannot. So let me try and tell you first how these topics came to me. Two things. I mean, many things happened to me here, but two things basically happened. Well, all of you know that last year in Puerto Rico was hit by a very violent hurricane, right? And there was a lot of destruction. Hi, Selena. A lot of, electricity problems still happening. You walk around the streets and, buildings are broken, houses are torn apart. So this country had to deal with a lot of stuff. They had to regroup, they had to get together, they had to rebuild the country, the state, whatever it is, it's in the middle of things. So that's one thing. And the other thing that, and I'll come back to that. The other thing that occurred to me while I was here was at one point I was in a resort. And it was, that type of resort where there's the ocean right there and the swimming pool there and the grass and the palm trees and the hammocks and the little cabanas for shade. It's like, it's paradise, right? And I'm at the restaurant with my family, my husband and my 2 kids. And there was air conditioning. So I was like, I don't want the kids to get cold. I'll go back to the room. And I just crossed the resort. And I go all through the grass and I see the ocean on one side and the pool and the birds singing and the flowers. I'm like, this is so lovely, right? And I get to the room, I pick up the sweaters, and I come back and I'm like, this is just like paradise. I mean, I don't even know if I believe in paradise or anything, and I think I do believe in everything. I mean, anything that there is to believe in, I will. But I'm just like fantasizing for a little bit as I'm walking back to the restaurant. I'm really hearing the birds, beautiful, like parrots, and the ocean is like ridiculously green. There's like some middle-aged people in the pool laughing and playing a game. There's some kids running around. This young dude is in a hammock. I'm just like, this is paradise. It must be, because it's like everything is perfect. And so as I'm walking through, I'm like, let's make this paradise. And just I walk through and I'm like, yeah, life is paradise, right? And then what was interesting for me is, as joyful as walking through what was there was, as paradisiac as it wasn't an experience that I was willing to hold on to as it being paradise. So what I'm getting to, guys, is that as humans, and especially as actors, we're not here to have a stagnant experience where everything is perfect. Because again, I was in that resort and it was paradise. So I could have continued to just like, I could have put myself in a position where I would just bask and bathe in the paradise feel of it and just enjoy it and appreciate it for what it is. And I did some of that. But what I'm trying to get at is, as humans and artists, what we're interested in is the expansion. And that's the life, the feeling of life and being alive and being full and being vibrant doesn't just come with sitting in something with it being perfect. So drama is not about stagnant situations that people appreciate. An acting scene doesn't exist without a conflict. And the reason why I think that it's crucial for us to really be in touch with the fact that the trouble is really what we need to look for is because the trouble and the challenge or the problems or the issues or whatever you want to call them and make them, but actually it really is meaningless. It's just that the stuff that is not stale and stagnant is the key for you to expand. So let me give you another analogy that I've given in other groups too. It's like my third analogy now, but what the heck, let's do this. So when we were apes back in the time, and Lucy was up in the tree eating fruits, at one point it didn't have any more fruits in the tree because the tree was empty and they had eaten all the fruit. And so because of that problem, issue, it's like, we're hungry, there is no more fruit in the tree, we're going to have to go down on the floor and look for fruit. And as we eat everything that's around us, at one point we are getting hungry again and we want to feed our kids. And because of that problem, hi Diego, because of that problem, so to speak, right? We have made it mean that it's a problem, but it's just like there is no fruit. That's all there is. Because of the fact that there is no fruit, Lucy, who's on all fours, is going to have to stand up on two legs in order to see in the horizon, where is there more food to feed my family and to survive? So do you see how what we see as the problem, what we perceive as the problem or the trouble, is actually the only path to expand? And that's what we have been doing as a species. We were apes, and now we're, a better, more enhanced, improved version of apes, because it's in our instinct, it's in your genes. That's what we do. We just expand. But we couldn't expand if everything was stale and perfect and paradise from the start. We need the stuff that doesn't work for us to figure things out, grow, expand, and become another, point two version of ourselves. So why am I linking all of this to acting? Because the mindset in actors is often that it's so difficult and there's so much trouble and I have these blocks and I have this industry, everything is against me. And if you keep telling yourself that story and living in that world that's full of problems and you're this little tiny victim at the bottom of it, well, you have absolutely no power to do anything. When actually what is really happening, if you look at all the evolution, and I'm coming back to Puerto Rico, they have suffered a ginormous hurricane. The country was destroyed, no power. And what is it doing now? It's such a tight community of positive people. They're building better buildings. They are closer to each other. They are more positive. They're more resilient. They're happier. The people are so happy here. I've never seen such a nice, crowd of people. I haven't seen a grumpy person in 2 weeks. They are just so in touch with themselves. So they expanded from what happened, which inevitably will happen, whether it's a hurricane, a disease, someone we love that we're going to lose. Just life continues to happen, and there's nothing we can do about that, except that if we see life happening to us as an opportunity, not, what am I saying? The only opportunity for us to actually expand, grow, stretch, and live, because that's the amazing feeling that we sometimes feel when we're like full of life, is when we're there on the edge, taking a risk, trying something, growing, stretching. It's thrilling. It's not comfortable. It's vibrant. It's thrilling. It's risky. It's scary. And we still do it. Well, you need that thing. You need that challenge, that problem, that issue, that trouble. It is the key for you to be alive. It is the only way for you to grow and evolve as a being. And as an actor, it's the key for you to be who you are. It's the key for you to be truthful. And of course, again, we're not raised that way. We're raised to be perfect, to not have any emotions, to be flat, like the paradise I was seeing in the resort, to just be flat. Everything should be maintained and should not create any waves or any trouble. Don't create trouble. Don't cry. They used to tell us when we were little. Don't yell. Don't disagree. Don't have opinions. And yet, if you do that, as we all know as actors, when we don't feel anything, there's no life. So the key is really to go and look for the troubled water inside of us. And that gives you access to being open, to being truthful, because you're being exactly what you're feeling, to therefore being impactful because you're alive. You're like on the edge. And therefore you're fulfilled. Diego, what are you saying? In Spanish, I'll translate simultaneously. Yesterday, Diego is saying he was in a museum of human evolution in Burgos. What a coincidence, Diego. That's great. I have a little note. Let me see my notes if this is what I wanted to say. I think this is what I wanted to say. My conclusion would be that if you're not expanding, you're shrinking. There's no matter that is alive, no molecule that is alive on this planet that is not either expanding or shrinking. No movement doesn't exist. If there's no movement, it's dead, right? So think of anything in the world that's alive. It's either expanding or it's shrinking. So that's your opportunity. That's your opportunity to continue to expand, I hope, till your last breath. Anything that comes to you as an actor, whether it's a block, whether it's a problem on set, whether it's fear before the casting, whether it's no jobs, whether it's bad auditions, anything that is coming to you, do not see it as a problem. Do not see it as a problem, because then you'll shrink and you'll be a victim, and there is no power in there for you. There's nothing you can do about it. See it as the only, not a opportunity or an opportunity. Seeing as the only opportunity you have that comes specifically for you, that's the one you need for you to take your next step and expand and feel vibrant, alive, open, truthful, impactful, and fulfilled. That's it. Everything that we've been told about avoid the waves, avoid the problems, don't get in trouble, is the only way to stay dead and to not live anything, especially as an actor, because you're at the source of life. You're in the heart of hearts, of the essence, of the juice of life, of feeling life through your veins, even if it's not your own, but just giving your instrument for another life. You're just at the heart of that. And in order to get there and to be open, truthful, impactful, and fulfilled, you need to look for where the trouble is and go into it, lean into it. Don't run away from it. And again, you're not wired for that, so you really have to train yourself to be able to do that, because you won't. Not because that's why I'm not a teacher. Nothing that I will say in these Facebook Lives will make you do it. Nothing. Even if it sounds a little inspiring, it won't. You need to train that muscle. Again, whether it's with the journey that you can get through this group, or whether it's through another journey, that is the muscle you need to train, which is yours, the inner life that you have in there. That's all that you need to reestablish. All right. Okay, guys. Well, I'm happy I could do this Facebook Live, this surprising Facebook Live in the view that you still can't see because it's too bright. All right. I'll be back next week and with more regular schedule and planned topics. All right, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to see you, Diego, Selena. Leave some comments if you're not watching the live and you see this later. Join the discussion so we can move the topics forward. Thank you, guys. Bye. Oh, you're welcome, Selena. I thought there was a question coming in. Thank you. Bye, Diego.